Today's story is not about strength. It's not about lifting heavy weight. It's not even about motivation. This is a story about a man who refused to quit. A man who learned that the human body gets tired. But the human spirit can become unstoppable. And this story is also your story. Because the moment you understand it, you will see your reflection inside it. He wasn't born strong. He wasn't born confident. He wasn't born disciplined. In fact, he was the opposite. A life full of excuses. A mind full of doubt. A body full of weakness. Every mirror he passed reminded him of the man he never became. He hid from challenges. He ran from pain. He avoided pressure like it was poison. But life has a funny way of cornering you, forcing you to face yourself. And one day, he broke. Not in sadness, but in awakening. He looked at himself and whispered, "I'm done living like this." He walked into the gym for the first time. Not because he was confident, but because he was desperate. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to lift. He didn't even know how to stand in that environment. But he took the first step. And that first step is always the hardest. Remember this. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You don't need knowledge. You don't need power. You don't need confidence. You only need the courage to walk in. The first workout destroyed him. He felt weak. His lungs burned. His muscles shook. But in that moment of pain, he realized something powerful. Pain was not his enemy. Pain was his invitation. An invitation to grow. An invitation to transform. An invitation to become the man he wanted to be. And once he understood that, he started craving the pain. Because behind every rep, behind every set, he saw a future version of himself waiting to be unlocked. He woke up every day early. Not because he was motivated, but because he decided. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is forever. Motivation fades. Motivation disappears. Motivation dies the moment life gets hard. But discipline is the weapon of warriors. The tool of champions. The foundation of legends. He didn't go to the gym because he felt like it. He went because he made a promise to himself. And when a man keeps his own promises, he becomes dangerous, unstoppable, unbreakable. Weeks turned into months. The same people who once ignored him started watching him. Not because of his muscles, not because of his strength, but because of his dedication. People respect a man who shows up. People admire a man who refuses to quit. And without saying a single word, he inspired them. That's the power of consistency. You don't need to speak to influence people. Your actions do the talking. He realized something beautiful. He was no longer fighting the world. He was fighting the old version of himself. The version who gave up. The version who doubted. The version who accepted weakness. Every day he stepped into the gym, he buried that old version deeper. Because the gym wasn't just building his body. It was rebuilding his identity. But every journey has darkness. Days when the body doesn't respond. Days when the mind feels heavy. Days when progress feels invisible. And he faced moments where quitting was easier. Where giving up felt logical. Where the battle seemed pointless. But he remembered one truth. Growth hides behind struggle. When things get hardest, that's when transformation is closest. So he embraced the dark days. Because he understood. Diamonds are made in pressure. Champions are made in struggle. Legends are made in suffering. One morning, he looked in the mirror. Not at the muscles. Not at the weight he lost. Not at the shape he gained. He looked at his eyes. And for the first time in his life, he saw fire. Focus. Belief. He realized something incredible. He was becoming the man he always wanted to be. Not because of the gym, but because of the mindset he forged inside the gym. This is not just his story. This is your story waiting to happen. You may feel weak. You may feel tired. You may feel lost. But that's not a reason to quit. That's the exact reason to begin. The pain you feel today will become your power tomorrow. The struggle you face today will become your strength tomorrow. The doubt you carry today will become your discipline tomorrow. You are one decision away from a completely different life. Walk into the gym. Start the journey. Become the person you were meant to be. This is where your transformation begins. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Because readiness is a lie your brain uses to protect your comfort zone. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort is the prison that keeps your potential locked away. Comfort kills dreams, destroys goals, and buries ambition. But suffering is the gate you walk through to reach greatness. Think about it. Every champion you admire suffered. Every legend you respect endured pain. Every strong person you look up to once felt weak. But they kept going. And so can you. Let's be honest. Life is not easy. People will doubt you. People will underestimate you. People will laugh at your goals. But that doesn't matter. Because you are not doing this for them. You are doing this for you. For your future self. For your mental strength. For your confidence. For your health. For your identity. For your destiny. The gym becomes your sanctuary. A place where you leave your excuses at the door. A place where you battle your inner weakness. A place where every rep is a declaration. I am not the same as yesterday. When you train, you are not just building muscle. You are building resilience. You are building discipline. You are building a mind that refuses to break. The world respects a person who works on themselves. The world admires a person who refuses to quit. But most importantly, you will respect yourself. And that self-respect, that belief, those 4 words carry the weight of your entire life. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Because someday is the graveyard of dreams. Sometime later is where potential goes to die. And I'll start soon is how the weak stay weak forever. But the moment you understand that your time is now, you stop waiting for the perfect moment. Because you finally realize the perfect moment does not exist. There will never be a day when everything feels easy. There will never be a morning when you wake up magically motivated. There will never be a moment where the universe whispers, "Now everything is aligned. You may begin." No. Life does not hand you opportunities. Life hands you obstacles. Life hands you challenges. Life hands you problems. And it waits to see what kind of person you are. Are you the kind who breaks under pressure? Or are you the kind who rises inside it? Because when you say, "My time is now," you are declaring war against every excuse you've ever made. Every limit you've ever believed. Every fear you've ever carried. Every doubt that ever stood in your way. When you say, "My time is now," you are telling the world and yourself that this is the moment you stop being controlled by laziness, by weakness, by hesitation. This is the moment everything changes. Time is the most valuable thing you have. Stronger than money. Stronger than talent. Stronger than opportunity. Because time, once gone, never returns. You can rebuild your body. You can rebuild your confidence. You can rebuild your life. But you can never rebuild wasted years. Every day you delay your goals is a day you will regret later. People say, "I'll start when I'm ready." But the truth is simple. You become ready by starting. You become strong by lifting. You become disciplined by showing up. You become confident by facing hard things. You become unstoppable by refusing to quit. Waiting only builds weakness. Starting builds greatness. And that's why your time is now.